everyone, how are we all doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Key. We are live for Burnley, Manchester City. Big game in the title race. Pretty much now deciding that, it's pretty much decided that Burnley are down, right? Mathematically not quite, but pretty much, it's there or thereabouts. We know Burnley, Wolves are now confirmed. Burnley, it's a case of when rather than if. For Manchester City, no less than a win here is acceptable. They are on an absolute... They're like a locomotive at the moment, Manchester City. And Burnley have lost their last 11 straight games against Manchester City here. The last time is that one right there that you can see. 2015, Burnley beat City here. Kieran Trippier was in that Burnley starting lineup. And that's the last time Burnley beat City. Last 11 games, they've lost every single one, and it's their longest losing run against any one single opponent. So it's always those types of stats, I feel, that are just about that make you feel like that's going to be where we lose it. We lose it tonight. We lose it tonight. Crikey, Key cranked up the volume. Have I really? Let me turn it down. I'll turn it down a bit. Let me see if I can turn it down. Is that a bit better? Apologies. Someone complained the other day and said the volume was too low. So I've tried to crank it up a little bit, a little teeny bit. But yeah, let me just get my stuff together. How are we all doing, everyone, anyway, in the chat? Good to see you. Speaking of relegations, it's incredible that Leicester are relegated to League One exactly 10 years to the day since winning the Prem. That's sad, isn't it? It is very sad, that. I've got to say. I do feel for Leicester. I do feel for them. It is bizarre to see Leicester in this position, isn't it? How are we doing in the chat on TikTok? How's it going? Evening, S. Mason. Martin, Burnley down if they lose today. Papa John's, Burnley love a 0-0, don't they, Key? They do indeed, mate. Yes, they absolutely do. And to be honest, I actually think there's a good chance Burnley hang on and maybe make it 0-0 half-time, and City just kind of bide their time, work their way into the game, and understand that there will be goals coming. There will be opportunities coming. That's a little too quiet now. Oh God, here we go. Let's crank it up again. Is that better? Is that any better? I'm trying to stay. Let me see. There you go. That might be better. We'll see how that goes. I feel for them. Surely it can't get worse. It can. Shell, how's it going? Jellyfish, lovely to see you. City of Northville. Ahmed, Shadow Ninja, Lorenzo, how's it going? Liam, Chimey, how's it going? Liam says, well, it happened. Rafinha is gone from Chelsea. Yeah, Rafinha is gone. Jason, how's it going? Rafinha's gone, and he has been replaced by McFarlane, Callum McFarlane. Leighton Reynolds, how's it going, lad? Good to see you, mate. Love your stuff. Dill says, do you want City to win? Yes, of course I want City to win. Absolutely I want City to win. I want City to win that league more than I want Arsenal to win it. So for that reason, yes, I want City to win. Truth be told, I couldn't really care less. But I would much rather City win it than Arsenal. Why do you hate Arsenal for no reason? Well, it seems like you've made your own mind up there, because you've not come in with an open mind. If you'd have said, Key, why do you hate Arsenal? Then, we could have had a conversation, but you've said for no reason, which means you've already drew the conclusion that it's just a totally and utterly illogical hatred for no reason, which is not true, and it's also not hatred. Aren't they your main title rivals over the last decade? They are indeed, yeah. They are indeed. Has Eddie Howe stepped down? There's reports he has. I've not heard anything, no. Timbo won't be happy with that. No, I doubt he will. Andrew says, compared to TikTok, the chat over here is much better. Well, I would like to think so, but it's good. It's good to have you over here, Andrew. I hate raisins for no reason. You're such a... Just hatred coursing through your veins. See, I don't know why people hate Arsenal more than City. City are an oil club who've bought it all. I mean, whether they've bought it all or not is irrelevant, really. They've worked hard and they've got some fantastic teams over the last 10 years. I don't hate Arsenal. Made that very clear. Rogue says, can you show Midtjylland AGF? The winner will be number 1. I can't, but we will be doing some Danish Superliga maybe towards the end of the season. VGD says, may I ask why you don't like Arsenal? I don't dislike Arsenal. I just prefer the way that City play football. That's it. I think City play better football than Arsenal, more attractive football, and champions, I think, should play attractive football. Arsenal, I think, take no risks. They play quite dull, dour football, very risk-averse. And for that reason, I don't think they should be champions. If they do it, then great. Congratulations to them. I don't hate them. I just don't enjoy the way they play football. I don't enjoy watching Arsenal. And I marginally enjoy watching City a little bit more. That's all I'd say. Arsenal fans will want a new manager if City go top. See, says, I get that side of it, but they're still cheats. Says who? Says who? Who says the cheats? Hello. How's it going, Timbo? How are you feeling about this one? How are you feeling about the Rosenior news? I'd be fascinated to hear about a Chelsea fan's perspective on the Rosenior news. Jabba says, Key hates Arsenal because he grew up a blue and tried to get Arteta's autograph, but he ignored Key. So Key became a red and hates any club associated with Arteta. Pure fabrication, of course. No, I do despise PSG, Rangers and Real Sociedad for exactly the same reason. It's very true. You caught me. See, he says Chelsea are honestly embarrassing. I mean, they're still 6th. However you want to dress it up, they're still 6th. I mean, if embarrassing and world champions is what we're calling it, then, you know, I would hate to see what embarrassing looks like to a lot of other teams. I've never seen such universal agreement on someone having to go. There was no real option. I think once you appoint a manager, you've got to... I feel like the club have got a bit of a responsibility to stick with him. It frustrates the life out of me. Our clubs are so like, easy to turn on managers. I hate it. It doesn't make any sense to me. It frustrates me. Realistically, he didn't get enough time, but he also can't complain given he's lost 6 out of 8 and won 5. Went 5 games without a goal. Yeah. RGGH, can you show the Midtjylland match? I can't, mate. No, I can't show it. Sorry. We'll be doing this one. Why did they appoint a non-experienced ex-Derby manager? Because he understood the broader Chelsea structure with Chelsea and Strasbourg. And to be fair, he was very good at Strasbourg. He was very, very good. Yeah, I thought he was actually quite good at Strasbourg and he deserved a bit more time. City of Northville, the fans would have made his life miserable. They were chanting F off at him for like 20 minutes already. But isn't that not just modern football? I feel like boards, football clubs need to sort of insulate themselves from football fans because to some degree you appoint proper operators at the top of football who understand the game, who know that in business you're going to take some risks aren't going to come off immediately. And what you don't do is react emotionally and just like carpet bomb everything. Just get rid of everything, get the manager out, change. If you did what fans wanted every year, you would end up skint because you'd be paying off everyone for no one would ever have any time to do anything. Fans are emotional creatures. We are very, very emotional, and sound business decisions are very rarely made when you're emotional. Very, very rarely. Jellyfish says Strasbourg is not Premier League key. No, I know. I get it. I absolutely get it. Slovenian striker, early bird. How's it going, sir? Shadow Koreshi says hello, Key. Everyone in the chat. And this time I liked as well. Thank you very much. And thank you to Normal Guy as well. Thank you for liking. We are 4 minutes away from kickoff. Legend FK, Key, I've never asked you. You're younger than me, but when did you start watching football? First game I genuinely remember watching was sort of back end of the 94 World Cup. Like, and I mean, like, these are like fingerprints on an abandoned handrail type of memories. They're not, they're not like anything solid, just like scatty end of the World Cup memories, like Baggio missing the penalty, Dunga lifting the World Cup. I then remember Premier League like 95, 96 especially, Fowler, Collymore scoring against Newcastle. I remember all that, Fowler's breakthrough seasons. And I remember vividly Gareth Southgate missing the penalty in Euro 96. So that was kind of my introduction to football, was like 94 to 96. That's quite a long way back. I asked so I don't discuss anything unfamiliar. I mean, listen, I've watched a fair bit before that, but that's kind of my intro to it. Give me the Chelsea job, I'll be crap too for that payoff. What are we saying? Leighton. Yeah, I agree with that. It's not FC26. They can't think like us. They can't, have they? They just can't. You've got to have owners who are almost a little bit cold and a little bit like, not necessarily not asked, but can you imagine if you had owners who were absolute ardent fans of the club? I'm not sure they would make the best decisions for the club. Slovenian says, Key, remember this, Chelsea is the worst Chelsea form since 1912. Is it really? Wow. 7-year contract as well. Stay Gold. Hey, Key, should I date a girl from work? I think if you're relying on my advice for that, mate, then you've already kind of made your own mind up about it. Personally, I would say, go with your heart. Aaron says Yankona's making a balls of another football club. Nothing new there. Well, you say that. Yankona's have not made a balls up at Liverpool. I think Liverpool are in an incredibly strong position as a result of our Yank owners. Timbo says, what I will say is Rosinha wasn't the main problem because the owners are the problem. Until they F off or change their way of operating, we will consistently stay between 4th and 8th. Tight on the Toffees prediction for this game, Keith. My prediction for this game is City to win 3-0. I don't think they score a single goal. Charmy, my first game was a Liverpool game, and I wasn't having any more of that. Tight on the Toffees, I'm Sound Shell, just awaiting news on Beto. Great to see Jared's injury isn't as bad as the last one. Absolutely. Slovenian striker, Sir Key Thomas. Arise, Slovenian striker. Timmy says, how are we doing, Key? I am very good, sir. How are you? Why sack him now? Wasn't McFarlane part of the problem as he was a coach? No, McFarlane's been part of the setup previously. Wasn't he like the under-21 coach at Chelsea? Legend FK, notice how players back in the day looked more mature. Literally Rush, Vialli, Mark Hughes. Yeah, I mean, even like Bernardo Silva now, you look at him, he's in his 30s. And then you look back at like Ian Rush in his 30s, kind of same age. Ian Rush looked like he was in his 40s, but he was still scoring. Right, we are off and underway here at Turf Moor. Come on. Okay. Key, it's kickoff. It is indeed. 115 to win 4-1, says Madhouse. Charlton and Blackburn are winning, Shell, which means we are relegated. Evening, Key, lad. How's it going, Adam? Aaron says, perhaps, but you're still protesting ticket price rises, and let's not forget Hicks and Gillette. Yeah, Hicks and Gillette were dreadful. But ticket price rises... I mean, listen, fans have got every right to protest. That's totally their right. But I think you can't have your cake and eat it to some degree. I think if you're expecting Liverpool to compete with the best teams for players and whatever, then inevitably there's got to be increases on things, whether it be shirt prices or merchandise or ticket prices, TV money. It's all got to go up. If you want Liverpool to compete with the best teams, then they've kind of got to compete with them all on revenue as well. Keegan, did you know that Burnley hasn't lost more than 2 goals at Turf Moor this season? They haven't lost by more than 2 goals. They've conceded a fair few, though, haven't they? They conceded 4 against Brentford here. Slovenian striker. What do you think of decade-ago Prem champs Leicester going down to 3rd Division, League One? Yeah, very sad. Very sad. They play Millwall as well later this week. Big game for Millwall. City in the area. Strike! Oh, claim for the penalty! No. Burnley just about get it away. But City starting strong 2 minutes in. Big opportunity for City, that. Madhouse Key, can you remind me how and why Hicks and Gillette were thrown out? Well, they called it an epic swindle. Yeah, it was taken to the High Court, and with the help of a fair few people at the time, I think Christian Perslow was one of them. It's a bit of a convoluted story, but yeah, basically Hicks and Gillette were forced out of the club by the High Court, and Liverpool were moments away from going into administration, if history is to be believed. Charlton 1, Ipswich 0, latest score. What could do with Charlton? A win there for Charlton's massive, and Ipswich, I mean, I've got them to go and get promoted. Burnley out to the left-hand side. Here's Jadon Anthony. Big chance. Strike. Good save. Ooh, first big effort on target, and it's a Burnley effort. Offside. Shell, I know you're probs happy he's gone, but what about the new fella? How many mins do stats refresh? Usually every cycle, I think. It goes round on a cycle, so it should be, next time it comes back up, it should have refreshed. I expect a comfortable win for City. Yeah, me too. Me too. I think we all do, really, don't we? Even hairstyles have changed. Remember Poom, the Derby keeper? I do, yes, Mark Poom. Russell Holt as well. Remember Russell? Is Russell Holt all right? Have I remembered it right? Is he? I don't know if he's. I feel sorry for. I don't know if he was really poorly or if he's passed away. I don't know if I've maybe even dreamt that. Oh, City off the bar, massive chance and over the bar again. 3 minutes in, we've had 3 big chances. 2 for City, 1 for Burnley. Ryan Spurrier, how's it going, mate? Lovely to see you. Was weird watching John Barnes, David James and Ian Rush play for Newcastle against Liverpool. Leeds as well. Do you remember when Rush played for Leeds? That was... No, do you know what? Do you know what? Doesn't get enough credit there. What a save that is. Absolutely incredible save from Dubravka. Unbelievable save. Do you know what? If Burnley do go down... Well, I don't know why I'm saying if Burnley go down. Of course Burnley are going down. When Burnley go down, I would be astonished if Martin Dubravka is not picked up by another Premier League side. That is an incredible save. I always thought Martin Dubravka was a reliable keeper. Even when he was at Newcastle, he was at United as a backup keeper as well. You know, and he's not even... How old is he? He's not like ancient, is he? Martin Dubravka. 37. Still a baby. Here's Haaland, big chance for City. This must be 1-0. This must be 1-0. Haaland, it's 1-0. It's there. 5 minutes. City coasting towards the title. And the 3 points are gift wrapped, sealed in a... I don't know what that is, but it's been gift wrapped. And City are the 3 points sorted, done. 5 minutes in, Burnley ain't coming back. I'm feeling that strongly on it. Pete Greenall, hope you're feeling better, Kate. I'm feeling brilliant now, mate. I'm feeling absolutely sensational. I am feeling sensational, baby. Who assisted? I think the assist was from... Might have been from Cherky. Was it Cherky? As the ball comes through here, it's on the left-hand side. Was it? No, it was Doku. Doku slides it through. Haaland is miles onside. Little dink over Dubravka. Lovely, lovely goal. And that's it. That is it now. The floodgates are about to open. Arsenal mind the gap, says D. Oh, there you go. Timbo says Haaland is going to go on a mad run now and end the season on 30 goals. Will probably be enough for him to win Player of the Year if City win the league. You would think so. Yep, cricket scoring coming, says Graham. Go on then. Doku with the assist, Haaland with the goal. City in front after just 5 minutes. They've already hit the bar as well. But now here's Burnley up the other end. Oh my goodness me. Opportunity. What a turn that is. Oh, big chance. Cleared away just about. Goodness gracious me, City. What are you doing? Lock it up. Calm it down. You don't need the... Why are you trying to play so silly? Fucking hell. Madness. Ryan says, I don't know how Arsenal have allowed us to get into the title race. No, listen. We need to reframe this. If City do end up lifting the Premier League title, they haven't won it. Arsenal have lost it. I think that's very, very clear for all to see. It's not that City have won the league. Arsenal have literally thrown it away. And there it is, confirmation. If City win tonight, Burnley are officially relegated. The most they can pick up is 32 points if they win all 4 of their remaining games. And West Ham sit on 33. Ethan, you should be a manager, mate. Tried it. City in the area again. Haaland. Oh, corner kick to City just over the bar. Super Venki says now starts the drama, neck and neck. Absolutely neck and neck. Arteta will be a new key witness in the City case after this. And Stegall says FC Barcelona supporter going fish Man City because Arsenal melt too much. Your whole Premier League is a complete shambles. We're going to be doing Barcelona against Osasuna next week. I think, is it next week? Yeah, I'm going to be doing a Barcelona watch-along next week. I think it's Osasuna. Here we go. Corner kick for City. They play it short. Back out to the corner kick taker. Big chance. Cherky. Oh, and again, they're just getting important blocks on it, Burnley. It should be 2-0 here. Wolves will be statistically one of the worst Prem sides ever, but I feel like they're not that bad. Never thought they were awful when we watched them this year. No, I agree. This is a landslide now. City all over Burnley. Tony out the room again making a coffee. Who scored? It was Haaland, Tony. Yeah, Haaland. Wonder what Rafinha's payoff was. Well, allegedly, it was 26 million is what he would have been due if he had... I mean, listen, maybe it was a compensation thing. Maybe it was like, you know, we're gonna do a deal. We're gonna do a deal. We think it's time to move you on. Let's agree a deal now. But apparently, if they wanted to sack him, if he wants to dig his heels in and say, no, I'm fine to stay, I'm happy to stay, they owed him 26 million quid. Because he'd signed, was it an 8-year contract or a 6-year contract? 24 million to Stegall. There you go. 24 million quid. It's crazy, that. Absolutely crazy. Ryan says, I do feel for Wolves. They've lost key players, but just not replaced them. That's it. Yeah, Cunha, Ait-Nouri. Big players. Ruben Neves still is one they've not really replaced, to be honest. It's just a matter of time before City score a second. It is indeed, mate. Yeah, they're flying here, to be honest, City. They've done really well. Started the game fast. But let's not pretend like Burnley haven't also given them a bit of a scare as well. Couple of chances for Burnley as well. Legend FK says, even I thought Arsenal had this one, they may yet, but no longer a stroll. I'm still expecting Arsenal to win it, but with every passing game, I'm just getting less and less confident. I think the big game is that one tomorrow with Arsenal-Newcastle. That's going to be fascinating. Not tomorrow, Saturday, sorry. Tomorrow we're doing Sunderland against Forest. Oh no, it's Wednesday tonight, right? I keep thinking it's Thursday. Tomorrow we're doing Salford against Bromley, which is a massive game in League 2. Friday we're going to be doing Sunderland Forest. Saturday Arsenal against Newcastle. Obviously Liverpool v Palace before that. So yeah, it's going to be fascinating to watch just how Arsenal respond to all this. Because there'll be Arsenal players and Arsenal fans watching this game now, and they'll just be getting a little bit jittery. Just a little teeny tiny bit jittery, won't they? Yeah, a little bit jittery. Timbo, I might be making a bold assumption, but I'm getting the feeling you're not a big fan of Chelsea. I think you're going out on a limb there, aren't you? I think it's City's now, says Shell. A lot of people, I mean, listen, momentum does count for a lot in a title race, doesn't it? It always does. Momentum's very important. Totally understand that. But I think you've also got to acknowledge that, Arsenal have got points on the board. City have got some very tough games coming up. They've got to play. They've got to play Palace. They've got to play Everton away. They've got to play Brentford. A couple of difficult games for City. Rebel MC says, right, I'm going to do my football badges, get my UEFA licence, get a Prem job, get sacked, early retirement, boxed. Absolutely boxed it. Good lad. Andy, how is everyone in here? You's all good? I'm excellent, mate. I'm excellent. But yeah, I'd love to know how all the chat's doing, given we're 12 minutes into the game. We've already seen a goal. You can't really say much more than that. Logan Zane Gordon says Leicester's downfall is mental, from Premier League champions to League One. It happens. Luton was the same, albeit not Premier League champions, but Swindon, Oldham, a lot of teams who've really gone all the way down. Yeah, sad indictment of Leicester City and how it's been run. Ahmed says, I heard it's much less than 24 mil. I mean, even if it is, like, let's say you're Liam Rosenior and you know that contractually, if they want to sack you, they have to pay you 24 million quid. How much are you prepared to accept on a compromise? Like, if they say, listen, we'll, rather than, because if they sack you, I think they can agree that they'll continue to pay your contract off. So they don't give it you all at once. They can technically kind of put you on gardening leave, or do something where they don't give you a big lump sum of money all at once. They might have said to Liam Rosenior, listen, we'll give you all the money now if you accept 12 or 14, and then you don't have to, cash flow wise, you've got plenty of cash coming in. Has he got an 8-year contract? It's something like that. Oh, happy birthday, Timmy. I didn't realise it was your birthday, mate. Happy birthday. Timmy, enjoying my new gaming PC. Oh, lovely. What games are you playing on it? What's your kind of game that you like? What do you enjoy? I've got a new PC today, but it's not a gaming one. I've got just something that's going to help me stream for the World Cup and everything for the rest of the season. No issues. Brand new. It's all good. It's nothing fantastic, but it's just something that will stop the crashes that caused the dip in views over the last month. Madhouse, nah, I want the 24 mil. City of Northville says, you almost feel bad for Arsenal fans if they bottle this. How can they have any confidence no matter how well they start next season? It will make every season with him unsettled. Yeah, I understand that. I get it. But this isn't the first time this has happened with Arsenal fans. It is a repeat occurrence, and they don't seem to learn. Cherky in the area, City. Oh, no. What are you doing? Fannying around. Yeah, it's just too... I don't know. I can't explain it. So that's it. Season done, says Counter Debate. City in first. Give him the title. Hiller says he was given a 6-year contract. Even 6, though. 6 years. He's still got a lot to pay off there. Arsenal fans were giving you so much stick a few weeks back. They deserve this. Well, yeah, listen, again, you've got to say that. Like, Arsenal fans have written cheques with their mouths that their team has been unable to cash. They've gone out, haven't they? And they've given it the big one all season. We'll be back when we're champions. What a ball that is. Burnley are in. Should be 1-1. Oh, he's dragged it wide, Fleming. Absolutely shocking. Oh, that's dreadful. Dreadful from Fleming. Huge chance. Should have scored. Should have been 1-1. Massive, massive moment in the game, that one. Jabba says, I had to replace my RAM. 32 gig failed. It cost me twice as much to buy a 16 gig. I mean, yeah, that's what mine is at the minute, 16 gig. It's nothing, like I say, it's nothing fantastic, but it's just something modest, but keeps us going. Roderick, how are you, Key? I am excellent, sir. How are you? I am wonderful today. Absolutely sensational. Timbo says, I'd be amazed if Areola considered joining us. Absolutely sensational. I've just realised that sounded very camp, didn't it? I'm letting you know too much about me here. The wife, she's not real. She doesn't exist. No, that's not true. She definitely does exist. She helped me set all this up today. By the way, she's far more technical than I am. Ahmed says, is Areola the type of manager our directors want? At Chelsea, I think he would be. Yeah, I think he'd be a perfect type of manager for Chelsea. He's a wonderful manager. Legend FK says, Key, 16 gig is usually more than plenty. I think it is for streaming. Yeah, I'm not using it for anything else. Just for streaming, it should be fine. Should you buy used PC off eBay with graphics card? It helps for streaming. Yeah. Timmy, tears, what are we saying? Sorry, Sarah, Jabber if he hasn't. I have. Warning, flooding in North London. Arsenal tears. Ha 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 ha. Arsenal tears, good grief. Areola's perfect for Newcastle. I still don't think that Eddie Howe is going to be leaving Newcastle. I'm almost certain that Eddie Howe is Newcastle manager next season. I know there's a fair few Newcastle fans starting to turn on him. But do you think Eddie Howe's going? Do we think he's going? The MacBooks with Apple Silicon is plenty for whatever he's streaming. Can't use Apple. Refuse to use Apple. Cherky, edge of the box. What a ball that is. Out to the far side. City. Hit it. Hit it. Oh. Why are they trying to walk it in? This is worse than Arsenal back in the day. Not enough bottles to stem those tears. Key, do you want Spurs relegated? No. I don't want anyone relegated. But it's difficult because I don't want West Ham relegated and I don't really want Forest relegated. But I don't know. I'd like to see Tottenham stay up because I think they've got... I don't know. Do you know what? I'm not invested in it enough. I guess, because I quite like... One of our, fantastic mods is a big Forest fan and long-suffering Forest fan who's experienced some wonderful times in the last 12 to 18 months. And I want him to keep being in the Prem. I want him to win the Europa League this year. So, yeah, don't want Forest to go down. But then it's between Spurs and West Ham. And I think out of the two, I probably like West Ham more than I like Spurs. So I think, yeah, maybe I do want Spurs to go down. Just by process of elimination. Counter debate, no Key. You want 32 gig if you're streaming from it. Obviously, I'm a gamer and got 64. Well, I was advised that 16 was the way to go. So we've gone 16, but we'll have to wait and see. Timbo, the board need to get a proper director of football. Don't let Howe make signings. He's rubbish with money. Howe's out for sure. Jason Parker, shock horror. I miss a goal just like last night. You've missed goals and you've missed chances galore. Opening 20 minutes here, Burnley have had a couple of half-decent chances to score themselves. City have hit the bar. They've scored. It's been a very good game. Honestly, opening 20 minutes, I didn't think it would be like this. But, yeah, fast start. Can't really deny it. Iraola's style should be perfect for Chelsea given the pace they have, don't you think? I think he would demand a lot of power, though, in Andoni Iraola. Andoni Iraola has kind of got control at Bournemouth. I think wherever he ends up next, there's rumours about him going to Bilbao. That's his hometown club, isn't it? So if Andoni Iraola was to go to Chelsea, I think it would be on the condition that he's a manager, not a coach. And would he get that power? Because apparently Chelsea have decided to go in a completely different direction. And if they do hire a first-team coach, then they're definitely not getting Andoni Iraola. I think Andoni Iraola wants more power than they're prepared to give. Here's City. Oh, a bit of a fall. And Burnley just about scramble it away. When people say, has Howe taken Newcastle as far as he can? My question back is, has Howe taken Newcastle as far as any manager could have? Well, you look at the signings this summer. Jacob Ramsey, Voltamada, Wissa, Ilanga. There's not an overwhelming. And then you go back to, there's just a lot of players in there like that I don't look at and think they're really, really top Newcastle signings. Voltamada is a good player. I don't think Wissa was a smart signing. I don't think Ilanga on reflection was a good signing. But at the time, did it seem like a good signing? 22 years of age, 50 million off the back of what he'd done with Forest? Probably, yeah. It seemed like actually quite a decent signing. So can we be too critical of Eddie Howe at that point? I think everyone kind of looked at that one and thought, cracking player Ilanga, he'll do really well at Newcastle. Maybe it's just one of them that didn't quite work out. Jacob Ramsey has got better as the season's gone on, but he's just not really the player that Newcastle need. Feel a bit harsh on Newcastle. Charlton 1, Ipswich 1. Chelsea will not hire a manager. That Iriola will not go there. And City of Northfield, good. He should get a lot of power. Chelsea can't keep pretending they have anyone competent. No decent manager will go there to be coach again. And seeing how much trouble Newcastle had signing the players they really wanted, it's hard to imagine. It's very hard for Newcastle to attract top players. It's not a top 6 team. They're a team that's competed in the Champions League in a couple of recent seasons and won a domestic cup. So they're more attractive than most other top 6 teams, you would have to say. I think if you had a choice between a Newcastle and a Brighton, or a Newcastle and a Bournemouth, or a Newcastle and a Everton, I think you'd pick Newcastle over Spurs. I think would you pick Newcastle over Aston Villa? I don't know. Maybe not. 3-star, we've missed Ilanga this season. He was a great player for Forest last year. Really good player. Everton need a striker in the summer for Barry to go. Do you know what? The whole Tierno Barry thing is nothing to do with him as a player, is it? That's classic football fans turning on him because of what he did with the Arsenal tickets when Everton played at Arsenal and there was his family members getting beaten and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what it is with Tierno Barry. He's not likeable. It's the same with Arne Slot. Oh, unlucky, far post, Nico O'Reilly cleared away. I don't even know. As a player or manager and an Arsenal fan, I'd choose Newcastle over Arsenal at the minute because the pressure you get is murderous. Just off the post, that from Nico O'Reilly. City now, here's Doku, pulled back, and just about cleared away by Burnley. Are Blackburn staying up? Yes, I think they are. Jabba Barry has also switched off since then. He's not producing on the pitch. But he's also not getting the starts, is he? He's not getting the opportunities to. I think it's kind of frustrating for me as an outsider looking in because I think Tierno Barry does have ability, he does have talent, and unquestionably, Cherky with a strike, good save. He does have talent, but David Moyes keeps picking Beto over him. And I think it's been decided, it's kind of settled, isn't it, that Beto's not going to be an Everton player next year. So why would you keep picking the guy who admittedly might be playing a bit better than Tierno Barry? But why wouldn't you just let him play through it? Just let him keep playing, play through it. He's the commitment. You spent 30 odd million quid on this kid. He's your centre forward. He's obviously not going to hit the ground running in the Premier League. You're never going to get a young player to do that. But I don't understand why you don't just keep playing him. Start him. You've got nothing to... I don't think Beto's doing massively more than Tierno Barry. He's doing a bit better. But that's frustrating. You'd have to ask Moyes. He doesn't... But again, we know this with Moyes. Moyes doesn't really take to young players in general, does he? Tierno Barry is one of many. Diblin, Tyrick George isn't getting many opportunities since he's gone there. Merlin Roll, there's a lot of young players who just aren't really getting opportunities at Everton, and David Moyes is known for maybe sort of maybe setting the bar very high for those young players. So we shouldn't be expected to win it all. Arteta was never making it easy to win a trophy, and it'd be dumb to say it would be smooth. MT says, which West Flemish player would you want at Liverpool? West Flemish? West Flemish. Is it Says? Says could be the fullback. Is he West Flemish? Mikel Arteta will be the next Atletico Madrid manager. The way he's playing, yeah. Moyes, remember his bad record against Liverpool and Suarez diving celebration in front of him? Yeah. What are we saying? Are you hate watching? Never, mate. I don't do hate watching. Newcastle over Arsenal, at least they've won something in the last 5 years. And Jabba says, yeah, his refusal to give minutes to Diblin and George is frustrating. It's like he sets them up to fail and uses that to justify benching them. Yeah, gives them like 10, 15 minutes at the end of games and then goes, look at them, they're not doing anything when they come on. Yeah, you're not going to get a run of form out of a young player like that. You've got to kind of let them come on and make mistakes. And Nico O'Reilly, good effort. Dubravka pushes it away. This is better. Slovenian striker was supposed to be 2-0 up right now. I mean, to be honest, if City have started well enough to be 3 or 4 up. But again, Burnley have had their chances. 27 minutes in, Burnley have definitely had their chances too. Yeah, he is. Great ball knowledge. A young player as well, and we could do with a full back in that area. Arsenal have more bottles than a milkman. Here we go. Burnley down the right-hand side. What a ball that is. Fleming's in. Got to hit it first time, and he skied it. Absolutely skied it. He looks like that fella off Game of Thrones. I don't watch Game of Thrones. But who's the fella? Is it Jamie Lannister? Is it Jamie Lannister? He looks like him. I think it's Jamie Lannister. The one who's diddling his sister. Is that the fella? Do you know what I mean? Am I on about the right guy? City of Northville, it's looking like Barca isn't going to keep Rashford. Carrick probably lets him back. City on cruise control already. And Timbo says, Key, what would be your 23-man squad of Liverpool players from the Premier League era? Fucking hell, Timbo. 23-man squad. My pen's not working. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Right. Alisson and Pepe Reina as my goalkeepers. Trent and Finnan at right back. Van Dijk, Huppier, Carragher and Matip at centre-back. Left-back would be Robbo and probably Risa. Aurelio was very good, though. Midfield, easy peasy. Gerrard, Thiago, Henderson. Gerrard, Thiago, Henderson, probably Mascherano, Alonso, and then we need someone with legs. Gravenberch. No, Coutinho. I'm going to put Coutinho at the tip, balls to it, and then Dubravka's just down, getting a bit of a check. 'Cause, getting injured, getting a bit of a check. 'Cause, getting injured, getting a bit of a check. 'Cause, getting injured, getting a bit of a check. 'Cause, getting injured, getting a bit of a check. 'Cause, getting injured, getting a bit of a check. 'Cause, getting injured, getting a bit of a check. 'Cause, getting injured, getting a bit of a check. 'Cause, getting injured, getting a bit of a check. 'Cause, getting injured, getting a bit of a check. 'Cause, getting injured, getting a bit of a check. 'Cause, getting injured, getting a bit of a check. 'Cause, getting injured, getting a bit of a check. 'Cause, getting injured, getting a bit of a check. 'Cause, getting injured, getting a bit of a check. 'Cause, getting injured, getting a bit of a check. 'Cause, getting injured, getting a bit of a check. 'Cause, getting injured, getting a bit of a check. ' Coutinho, and then I would go Fowler, Suarez, Salah. I've only got 4 left. This is grim. Oh no, I don't like this. I'm out of place. I'm really out of place. Mane would have to be there. Come on. Gotta have Skirtle in the squad for entertainment value. Joel Matip over Dan Agger is mental. No, Dan Agger was just really, really, like, aesthetically pleasing. He looked a better player than he actually was. And he was always injured. Joel Matip was miles better. Salah, Suarez, Fowler. Sturridge. Would Sturridge get in? Would Sturridge be there? Would Firmino be there? I need pace. I'm missing pace in the side. McManaman. Gonna put Maka in. McManaman was incredible. And then I get 2 more. I'm going to go Firmino, and do you know what? Just for sheer willpower, put him anywhere on the pitch, Dirk Kuyt. Dirk Kuyt has to be in there. There you go. That's me done. Torres, no chance. Can't put Torres in there. Torres wouldn't get in over Fowler. The old way. How's it going, sir? I don't even know if we lose or draw to Newcastle. It will certainly be time to call off the season. Saying Gravenberch before Fabinho is surprising. I think it's just a different type of, player in midfield. I genuinely thought about Sissoko at one point there, because you just need a play. Like, Fabinho was brilliant, but I'm not sure he was better than. He wasn't better than Mascherano. Gerrard, Thiago, Henderson, Alonso, Mascherano. Yeah, any combination of them I'm fine with. Matthew Locke. Who else won a Ballon d'Or at Liverpool? Who's asked? Michael Owen never scored 20 goals in the Premier League, mate. He's the most overrated player in history to ever win a Ballon d'Or. Shouldn't have been anywhere near a Ballon d'Or, Michael Owen. And this is from someone who loved him. I adored Michael Owen, but he should never have been near a Ballon d'Or. He got it for PR reasons. He was never, ever, ever a Ballon d'Or winner. Welshwing says, evening key, everyone. Burnley, was it a good City goal? It was, mate, yes. It was a very good City goal. Haaland running clean through. Little dink over the top. I tell you what, he's not got a good touch, has he, Haaland? We talked about Gyökeres and his inability maybe to take the ball down and play and, composure at the first touch. But Haaland's just taking a touch then. It's like he's playing with lead in his boots. What a run this is! Oh, City, exceptional stuff. Did you have Mane in? I did, yes. Leaving Torres out, is that because he went to Chelsea? No, it's not because he went to Chelsea. I think Torres, if it's a straight shot between Suarez, Fowler and Torres, and one of them has to go, they are my three-star Liverpool centre-forwards over time. Suarez, Fowler, Torres. Sturridge is probably ahead of Torres, to be honest. For me, anyway. Matthew Locke says, best player to play for Liverpool, but sure, overrated. Michael Owen was the best player to play for Liverpool. Have you only been watching footy, briefly, since the early noughties? Feels like you've just tuned in to, World Cup memories or something like that. Best player to play for Liverpool, you must be off your head. Owen had that bad injury and then was never the same player again. He was magic in his day. He did take penalties, Timbo, yes, and he missed quite a few. Michael Owen was not great at penalties. And yeah, like I said, given his goal record is 19 Premier League goals in a season, and you look at the list of players who've also achieved that feat or better, very long list. Very long list. Michael Bridges. You might remember Michael Bridges at Leeds United. He has equalled 19 Premier League goals in a season. I think Marcus Stewart did for Ipswich Town. It's not that impressive, it really isn't, and that is Michael Owen at his absolute peak. Johnny, how's it going, lad? Good to see you. Matthew Locke in the Premier League era, he is the best player to play for Liverpool. I would say, genuinely, I think you are in at least a minority of a 0.1% of Liverpool fans in saying that. Michael Owen is nowhere near. If you did a poll of 100,000 Liverpool fans and asked them, who's the best player you've seen play for Liverpool, I reckon Michael Owen wouldn't feature in the top 10 of 99% of them. Wouldn't feature in the top 10. Even if it was just Premier League era only. I can name 10 better Liverpool players just in the Premier League era than Michael Owen. Easily. Not even close. Not even close. So it has nothing to do with Owen going to United. No, I know a lot of Liverpool fans hated him when he went to United, won the league with them. Listen, no, we didn't like him when he was at Newcastle. He got booed when he was at Newcastle. It was nothing to do with United. I mean, he didn't. His popularity didn't go up, but it was nothing to do with United. He got booed at Newcastle when he was there. There was nothing to do with that. And why Gerrard? High stamina, any position, influential, game changer. It's got to be Gerrard. Cinema Pongo, yeah, Latalik, Bernard Diomed, Lord Yorkshire, Fowler better than Owen. Listen, honestly, if you watched Fowler and Owen, if you're old enough to remember Robbie Fowler coming through, you've never ever. There's no anyone who says Michael Owen was better than Fowler. I just don't have. Surely you're not that old. You must have missed Robbie Fowler coming through. Because it's not even a comparison. Genuinely, it's not even close. Fowler scored more, created more, scored different types of goals. He scored free kicks. He used rocket it in the top corner. Headers, everything. He was a beast. He was an absolute beast. He was so good. Fowler, yeah, there you go. Fowler 10 times better than Owen. He was so much better. I put Salah, Mane, Firmino and Fowler all above Owen all day, every day. He was still good, but not as good as them. That's it. Yeah. Timbo Key, your squad was severely lacking in the Charlie Adam and Paul Konchesky department. There's a lot of players I'm gutted I left out, to be honest. I'd like to find a place for Aurelio. I'd like to find a place for Canate. I'd like to find a place for Fabinho. I'd like to find a place for Gravenberch. I'm gutted I didn't get Sturridge in there. Dirk Kuyt probably feels like a little bit of a weird one to pick, but I just feel like he would run through brick walls for you, and he would be a great player today. We even had Anelka as well, yeah. Nicholas Anelka was as well. Key, if Bournemouth win this, Europe... If Bournemouth win this... Oh, Leeds, Europe possible. Imagine them in the Europa League. I don't know what would happen with Bournemouth in the Europa League, because they've only got a 12,000-seater stadium. I'm not sure if they'd be able to play there. Would they be able to play at the Vitality? I don't know if it would qualify as a European stadium. They might have to play somewhere else. Crouch is head and shoulders above Owen. No kidding. Yeah, no, I wonder whether or not the Vitality they're able to play. He's big, he's red, his feet stick out their bed. Peter Crouch. Love Crouchy. Love him. He's another one I would have liked to find room for in the squad. Divock Origi as well, just for whatever. Shaqiri. The old ways, I remember watching Fowler against Arsenal. He ripped us apart. I think it was his debut season. When he scored 3, he scored a hat-trick against the great Arsenal back line, didn't he? Keown, Adams, Winterburn, Dixon, David Seaman. Yeah, absolutely unbelievable player, Robbie Fowler. 4-minute hat-trick, sorry. 4-minute hat-trick. And it was the record holder for a very long time until... I think Sadio Mane broke it. Here's Doku. City down the far side. Into Haaland. No, cleared away by Burnley. Don't think it would meet the threshold of Vitality. No, I'm not sure it would, you know. I just wonder where they would play. Where would Bournemouth play if they couldn't play at the Vitality? Would it be a switch to St Mary's? A switch over to maybe... I don't know, where else could they go? Brighton. I don't know. Probably Southampton, I would imagine. Southampton's maybe the closest ground they could go to. Welsh Wing also doing research earlier and a mini quiz, not the official one. Do you know the 4 managers Arsenal contacted before appointing Wenger. I like this one. 4 managers that Arsenal contacted, The 4 managers that Arsenal contacted before they appointed Wenger. Well, given that Arsene Wenger was at Grand Passate he was at in Japan? Not necessarily an immediate standout one, but a manager around that time. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Gerard Houllier. David Dean was a big fan of Gerard Houllier. The Vitality is getting an expansion, isn't it? So maybe they'll be able to do it then. Here's Doku. Oh, good defending. Excellent defending. That from Esteve. That was a different Arsenal. Much more likeable back then. Obviously, Jamie wants with you about your list outside, Key. Ahmed says, just to correct you about the last day quiz, Yaya Silva and Mahrez had 60 Premier League goals in the 2010s. Gerard Houllier was one of them. There you go. Okay, Houllier. Any other answers? Any other guesses? 4 managers who Arsenal contacted prior to appointing Arsene Wenger in 1997, was it? 96, 97? Sven Goran Eriksson was doing all right about then, maybe Capello. I mean, they just got rid of George Graham, and usually clubs, when they're changing, well, they were getting rid of Bruce Rioch, right? They were getting rid of Bruce Rioch, and they just had George Graham, so maybe they were looking for a more, that type of an approach. 96. Not Scolari, not Sven, not Capello. Joel, what game are you watching at the end of the season? We'll be watching all of them. Yeah, all of them. 3 stars says, just Google minimum capacity for Europa League stage is 8,000, so they'll be fine. Okay, fair enough. Cheers, Panashizda. Arsenal approach Johan Cruyff, Bobby Robson, Terry Venables and David Pleat before appointing Wenger in 96. Bobby Robson. Terry Venables, I can't see that. Terry Venables. Johan Cruyff. I mean, Houllier I could see. Is there anyone else? Redknapp. A young Tony Pulis. Yeah, it was just before David Moyes came to prominence, really. Pleat, I was thinking of the midfield that Arsenal had. David Platt, good player. He was at Sampdoria about them, wasn't he? David Pleat. Bobby Robson's probably not a terrible shout, though. Managers about then who were rising to prominence. Allardyce, Carlo Ancelotti, Federico Fernandez. Attacking stats, look at that. Shots and expected goals. From the 1st to the 25th minute, City battered Burnley. But since then, they've kind of took the foot off the gas in the last 20 minutes. Welsh wing, David Pleat wasn't, but you're correct. Venables, Cruyff and Robson were all contact. Do you know what, mate? I'd have never got them. I'd have never, ever got them. Well Googled, counter debate. I'd have never got them, though. Yeah. Houllier, Venables, Cruyff and Robson. Love that. Excellent question. Like it. Take it Dyche was not in the running. Burnley, far post, big claim for it. Oh, I thought it was a handball. No, it's going to be a corner. It's going to be a corner. Jason says Pleat would have taken the job, but allegedly the car park wasn't all that. Ball swung into the far post. Burnley just about scrappy, but City get it away. That's better. Much better. Here we go. Corner to Burnley. We've got 60 seconds left at the end of the first half. What a time to score this would be. And City just about squiddle it away. Key, do you remember the 90s Arsenal badge with dots or stars on the emblem? I do, yes. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good... I also remember the... Was it the... Well, it was the one that they played in at Anfield when Fowler scored the 4-minute hat-trick. The blue JVC away kit with the... It was like a sash kind of thing. It's like a sash. Who would be the best ever player and manager combined? Cruyff, Ancelotti, Zidane, Pep. I think Ancelotti would probably be up there. I think you'd find... I mean, it's tough. I think just for sheer the ability to build multiple winning sides and how good he was as a player, I think Ancelotti would have to be up there. Cruyff has had a lasting impact on the game. Zidane was amazing, but he's only ever done it with one club, hasn't he? And he's done it with the best version of that club. I don't think anyone... Does anyone really think when they're talking about Zinedine Zidane as a really top, great, all-time manager, he's not really ever included in that, is he? Like, I don't think if we're having serious conversations about the best ever manager over the last 30 years, I'm not sure Zinedine Zidane's ever... And it's surprising given what he's won. I just don't think he's taken seriously. Like, I think he's probably not even in the top 10 managers in the last, in my lifetime. He was a brilliant player, but I just don't feel like he gets taken seriously broadly when we talk about him as a manager. Right, here we go. Halftime quiz. Welsh Wings halftime quiz. It's the top 25 highest Premier League goal scorers of the 2020s. 1st of January to today. Who are the highest goal scorers? Let me just log it at halftime. Here we go. The quiz. Here we go. Halftime quiz. Counter debate says so. Key, was Alex Ferguson shit because he was only at one club? No, because Alex Ferguson repeatedly built teams. I don't feel like Zinedine Zidane had to do that. Zinedine Zidane took over one great team and kind of just, rinse, repeat broadly with the same sort of players. Haaland is second. Salah is first. Okay, so Salah first. Haaland second. Give me some answers in the chat. Who are the highest Premier League goal scorers of the 2020s from 2020 to today? Kane, Mo Salah, Haaland. Son is fourth. Haaland second. Salah first. Son is fourth. Who else have we got? Kane. Must be Kane. Antonio, Vardy, Saka. Mane. I think Mane was probably around there. Mane was one of the top... Sure, he was one of the top scorers at that point. Kane is third. Okay. Keep them coming. Who else have we got? Bruno. Bruno's probably not a terrible shout yet. I would say he's top 25. Not Mane. Rashford. Again, good shout. Like it. Bruno's sixth. Bruno Fernandes is the sixth highest Premier League goal scorer of the 2020s. Rashford is 11th. Okay. Not Aubameyang. Igor Bishkan, Solanke. Michael Williams, how are you feeling today? I'm good, mate, thank you. I'm very good, sir. How are you? Not De Bruyne. Firmino, Ollie Watkins. Saka is 11th. Zaha. Watkins is 6th, eh? 5th. Ollie Watkins is 5th. Massively underrate Ollie Watkins, really, don't we? Jesus. Foden is 8th. Phil Foden is 8th. Gyökeres. Grealish. Jesus is 23rd. Alright then, right. Well, if that's the benchmark, then I think we've got to look at it and be a little bit more... We've got to broaden it out. If Jesus is 23rd of the 2020s, then I think we've got to start talking about Palmer's 22nd. Yeah, I was going to say Cole Palmer. Who else has been around that sort of a time period? Phil Babb. Surely Solanke if Foden is there. Wissa and Burmo. Jota. Brian and Burmo I think would be a reasonable shout. Yeah. Brian and Burmo. Again, that was like 21, was it? And Burmo's 21st. Look at that. And Burmo 21st. Like it. Great answer. Fabulous answer. Virgil van Dijk. Has he scored more in the last 6 years than Igor Jesus? Jota's 19th. God rest his soul. Jota is 19th. What about then? Oh, come on. Who else has played for City? Who are we missing? Isak, 15th. Excellent answer. Callum Wilson. Bowen. Yeah, Bowen's got to be there. Ivan Toney. Absolutely astonished with that. Gabriel Jesus, we've already got counter debate. He was 23rd. If you've just joined us, we are doing the top 25 Premier League goal scorers of 2020. 2020s. The 2020s. From the 1st of January 2020 to today. Callum Wilson is 12th. Isak is 15th. Jota 19th. And Burmo 21st. Cole Palmer 22nd. Igor Jesus 23rd. Not Ivan Toney. Bowen is 10th. So Bowen is 10th. Rashford 11th. Calvert-Lewin. Ings. Richarlison. Welbeck. Welbeck's got to be there. Be astonished if Danny Welbs isn't there. Got to be Danny Welbeck, hasn't he? Richarlison is 18th. Richie. Who else have Everton had that you might... Have we had Calvert-Lewin? Has someone said Calvert-Lewin? Yeah, Doctor Who Mania said Calvert-Lewin. Damari Gray. Welbeck's 26th. Bar Steward. Calvert-Lewin is 16th. What about Anthony Gordon? Could Anthony Gordon be there? Did you check Darwin Núñez? I bet Mateta's not far behind. I bet Mateta is not far behind, yeah. Mateta's got to be there. I'd be very surprised if Mateta's not there. Bamford. Chris Wood. Chris Wood, has he done it enough? Has he done it for long enough? Mark Noble. That's a rogue shout, Dan. Joe Linton. Not Mateta. Okay. So far we have Jesus, Palmer and Burmo, Jota, Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin, Isak, Callum Wilson, Rashford, Bowen, Foden, Bruno Fernandes, Watkins, Son, Kane, Haaland and Salah. Chris Wood is 7th. Chris Wood has scored more goals in the 2020s in the Premier League than Alexander Isak. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. That is craziness. Chris Wood is 7th and Alexander Isak is 15th. You're pulling my leg. You're pulling my leg. Vardy wasn't there. No, Vardy wasn't there. We're doing, if you've just joined us, halftime quiz, the top 25 goal scorers of the Premier League since the 1st of January 2020 to today. 25th we haven't got, 24th we haven't got, Jesus 23rd, Palmer 22nd and Burmo 21st. 20th we haven't got, 19th is Jota, 18th was Richarlison, 17th we haven't got, 16th Calvert-Lewin, 15th Alexander Isak, 14th and 13th we haven't got, Callum Wilson 12th, 11th Rashford, 10th Bowen, 9th we haven't got, Foden, Wood, Bruno, Watkins, Son, Kane, Haaland and Salah. Bruno Guimaraes, not Havertz and not Jackson. Haaland we've already got, Richard. Kai Havertz is probably not a terrible shout, but no, he's not right. Igor Thiago. Again, he's only done it this season, hasn't he? But Martial, Kevin Phillips, Wissa, Sterling. There's a lot of like prolific players. Did we say Aubameyang? Aubameyang's a no. Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz is an interesting shout, yeah. Luis Diaz had 4 years in the Premier League around that time, and he was good for kind of 10 goals a season. Hwang Hee-chan of Wolves. Again, not a terrible shout. Hwang Hee-chan. Who else have Wolves had up top? Be astonished if it's not Hwang Hee-chan, Garnacho, Michael Antonio, David Silva, Trossard. Trossard's a good shout. Raul Jimenez. Hey, Raul Jimenez is a wonderful, wonderful shout. Raul Jimenez, I like that. I like that, Robert. Antonio is 20th. Michael Antonio's 20th. We had Welbeck was 26th, so he just missed out. Trossard is 24th. Raul Jimenez. What about Jimenez? Mitoma. Raul Jimenez might be 9th by this logic. Harry Wilson. Jimenez is 9th. There you go. Jimenez is 9th. So we're missing 13th, 14th, 17th and 25th. Ina Quinn says, what's the quiz? The halftime quiz, we are just in the middle of it right now, is the top 25 Premier League goal scorers of the 2020s. Starting with the 1st of January 2020, all the way up to now. Who scored the most goals? Top 25. So far, we have Trossard, we have Jesus, we have Cole Palmer, we have Mbeumo, we have Michael Antonio, we have Diogo Jota, we have Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin, Isak, Callum Wilson, Marcus Rashford, Jared Bowen, Raul Jimenez, Phil Foden, Chris Wood, Bruno Fernandes, Ollie Watkins, Heung-min Son, Harry Kane, Erling Haaland and Mo Salah. There's still a few left to get. Odion Ighalo, Troy Deeney, Bernardo Silva, Lucas Paquetá, did you check? Julian Alvarez, Harry Wilson, says Leon. Again, not a terrible shout. Mitrovic. Some good shouts in the chat here, Welshwing. We'll get them checked. Some good answers coming in. But yeah, Trossard, Jesus, Palmer and Mbeumo, Antonio Jota, Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin, Isak Wilson, Rashford and Bowen, all just outside the top 10. Kevin Schade, another shout from Richard. Not a terrible one. I remember Craig Dawson scoring 2 own goals for us. Gundogan. Oh, hey. Now that one, I'm saluting that one, Timbo. That's a rogue shout, but I like it. Ilkay Gundogan, I bet he's there. He was good for 10 goals a season, that fella. Broke our hearts as well. Fabulous footballer. Lacazette. Was Lacazette still in the Prem in the 2020s? I thought he'd gone by then. Morgan Rogers, says CEO. Mark Moss, how's it going, Mark? Gibbs White, again, a talented player, but I'm not really sure we ever saw the best of him until maybe 2023-24. But Gundogan, I think, is my 25th. Good answer. Fabulous answer, that Welshwing. Well done. Gundogan at 25th. We'd have been here all night with that. Fabulous answer. Conor Gallagher, Mahrez, Leroy Sané. Again, I'm not sure. Was Leroy Sané in the Prem in the 2020s? I don't think he was after 2020-21. I think he was gone, wasn't he? Lacazette is 14th. Lacazette. I'm not having that Lacazette has scored more goals in the Premier League in the 2020s than Alexander Isak. Not having it. Absolutely, that's triggering. That is gaslighting at this point. I'm sorry. That is absolute gaslighting. There's no way Lacazette has scored more Premier League goals than Alexander Isak. There's just no way. Just no way. Absolutely no way. What position is left, Keith? 17th and 13th, sir, are the ones that are left. Lacazette. Right, I've got to check this. I've got to verify it. I'm not doubting you, Welshwing. You know I love you, mate. You'd always bang on it, but I just want to check this for my own sanity here. So, he got 17. No, he's not. He got 17, even if we include all of the goals that he scored in 1920. He's got 27 goals. There's no way Alexander Isak... I think Alexander Isak scored more than 27 in one season for Newcastle. There's just no way that's right. Sorry, I got Isak and Lacazette mixed up. Oh, okay, fair enough. Decore, Awani, Ian Nacho. It's like Keys questioning the quiz. I'm not. It was more that I was looking at it and going, Isak can't have got less than Lacazette. Never would I question Welshwing. He's always bang on it. Just maybe, as I said, maybe just a very slight overlook that one. But it's all good. He's impervious, the guy. Forever. Love it. Harvey Barnes. Again, not a terrible shout. So we've got 17th and 13th left. The teams are coming back out well. Who have you got, mate? Who are 17th and 13th? Who were we missing? Cherky's coming back out. Have we got them all? No. So far we've only got Gundogan, Trossard, Jesus, Palmer, and Burmo, Antonio, Jota, Richarlison. 17th we've not got. 13th we've not got. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Isak, Lacazette, Callum Wilson, Rashford, Bowen, Jimenez, Foden, Wood, Bruno, Watkinson, Kane, Haaland and Salah. 2 left to go. Saka was 13th. Sorry. And Martinelli was 17th. Okay, fair enough. Again, that's surprising. I would never have said Martinelli's got more than, players like Jota or... Yeah, but there you go. Yeah, no, it was, to be honest, it was only the Isak and Lacazette one that stood out. The rest of them I can totally get. Right. Thank you as always, Welshwing. Wonderful halftime quiz. Love that. Always good fun. And we are off and underway for the second half here. Robert Lewandowski. Has anyone said Fardy? I'm imagining Welsh's office looks like a mad scientist with quizzes strewn across the floor. Yeah. I kind of imagine him to be like... Have you ever seen the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? With the computer. Where it says... I've got my computer to predict where the exact location of the golden ticket is going to be. That one, that fella. And he feeds it in and the computer keeps sending wrong predictions. And he's like, what would a computer want with a bar of chocolate? Leon, what football games have you got coming up? Tomorrow we're going to be doing Bromley away at Salford. Massive game in League 2. Bromley very close to the title. Salford kind of hanging on to the playoffs. Maybe even an outside chance of the automatics for Salford. So yeah, Salford against Bromley in League 2. Bromley hoping to go up to League 1, which would be a great achievement for them. And Friday we're going to be doing Sunderland against Nottingham Forest. Saturday, we are going to be doing Liverpool Palace and Arsenal Newcastle. Sunday, Chelsea Leeds in the FA Cup semi-final, followed by AC Milan Juventus. And then Monday, Brentford away at Man United, Old Trafford. Monday Night Football, we'll be doing that. And then it's the Champions League again. It's the European games again. So PSG Bayern Munich on Tuesday. Atletico Madrid against Arsenal on Wednesday. Thursday, Forest against Villa. First game in the Europa League semi-final tie. And, All good fun. An Oompa Loompa of quizzes. Here we go. City down the right-hand side. Cherky. Dancing. Oh, cleared away by Burnley. Unlucky. If you're wise, don't listen to Key. He must have one hell of a quiz book. I don't think it's a quiz book. I just think he's got it all up here. I just think he's sharp as a tack, Welsh wing. Absolutely sharp as a tack. Up there for thinking, down there for dancing. Like Finchy off The Office, he reads a book a week. The old way says Sunderland did it in 79. Villa did it in 81. Who did it in 1980? No Googling. Could be an easy one. I know this. It's scored the winning goal in an FA Cup final, isn't it? Oh, Semenyo. Yeah, it's a trick question, isn't it? It's Alan Sunderland did it in 78. It's Ricky Villa did it in 81 for Tottenham. It was against Coventry. And in 1980... I don't know who scored it. I don't know who scored the winning goal in the FA Cup final in 1980. It's going to be embarrassing because it's probably going to be a Liverpool player, isn't it? Is it like Ian Rush or something like that? Let's not forget that Arsenal were league leaders for 7 months. Let's not forget that it's been raining. Pep Guardiola saying, come on guys, you can see him, he's getting frustrated because he knows with every passing City chance, Burnley are just getting a bit more confident. Trevor Brooking was playing in 1980. Gav, oh my God, I've just seen what we have done. Yep. Rafinha, very much gone. But it's a great question, that, the old ways, by the way. I probably shouldn't have answered it because I've known it. I've known the answer. I've heard it before, but it's a wonderful question. Yeah. Ricky Villa and Alan Sunderland. 1-0 in the Premier League is always a risky lead. City need that second. They do. They need the second. And Pep, you can see Guardiola he's screaming to Pep Linders, to his teammates. Look at Marmoush, Ake, John Stones. He's screaming at them, saying, guys, we've got to finish these chances. They're going to score. Nice one, big man. Big Trevor Brooking. I wouldn't have said he was still playing then, but there you go. Every day's a school day. Here we go. Ball whipped in by Ward-Prowse. City head it away. Excellent play by Haaland. And now here is Doku. Great play back by Kyle Walker. Wonderful right back play by Walker. It's what he's still good at, isn't it? Ooh. Let's not forget the pitch was dry. Charlton 1, Ipswich 2. Is it still 0-0 in the Bournemouth and Leeds game? It is. Still 0-0 in the Bournemouth Leeds game. Wow. We've got Birmingham winning, Ipswich winning, Middlesbrough beating Wednesday. That's probably not a surprise. Blackburn, of all teams, beating Sheffield United at Bramhall Lane. Crazy. Cardiff and Port Vale still 0-0. What's going on in Ligue 1? Real Sociedad 0. Real Sociedad 0, Getafe 1, and Atletico Madrid getting beat by Elche. Gav, who do you think we'll go for now, Key? Well, we was talking about this earlier, Gav, and we were saying that it looks like Chelsea are pivoting to a first-team coach model, a little bit like Liverpool have done. We're not getting managers anymore, we're going to get a first-team coach, which gives the club a lot more control, and it makes the manager a lot more dispensable. You can kind of move them on, they're not in control of transfers and whatever. And that's not a massively attractive role to a lot of up-and-coming managers. Like, we managed to snag Arne Slot. And I think on the understanding that I think if he continues to do well, Arne Slot will demand more and more power, more and more input on the types of players that we bring in. But he's not got that immediately, whereas Jurgen Klopp maybe had a bit more sway immediately than he did. Mikel Arteta, Pep Guardiola, Unai Emery, they kind of call the shots for their team. I think it's going to be fascinating to see who Chelsea go for, because they're not going to get anyone in until the summer. They've gone with McFarlane, haven't they, till the end of the summer? And that's a bold move, just on its own, isn't it? You've got an FA Cup semi-final. You've still got Champions League football kind of there to play for, broadly anyway. You've got to go to Liverpool. I would have expected them to say, do you know what? It can't get any worse. Let's stick with him. Let's stick with him and see how he responds. We're going to stick with him and go through to the bitter end. I think that would have been better than giving it to McFarlane. Because you're not going to give the job to McFarlane long term. So in the summer, I don't know what type of manager does the Chelsea job appeal to when they're not going to get a massive amount of say in transfers, and also probably won't have a huge amount of money to spend on transfers, given that we know Chelsea are in a bit of a financial quagmire. That's a really, really difficult sell to any manager, isn't it? People talking about Iraola, people talking about, Glasner. I don't think either of those managers would take a second glance at Chelsea, would you? And that's nothing to do with Chelsea, the club, by the way. I think Chelsea are I don't like Chelsea. I don't like Chelsea. But, they're a good club. They've been a successful club. And I'm sure they would appeal in that sense to a lot of managers. It's West London. Affluent. But, no, I don't think there's, as a job, not really a great gig, is it? Haaland, big chance. Off the post. Off the post. And Barcelona have gone 2-0 in front against Celta Vigo now. Oh. Counter debate. What's your feelings on mega animated managers on the sidelines? Well, listen, we've had it with Arne Slot and Klopp, to be fair. Didn't Levy want Slot in at one point? Yes, yeah. Tottenham wanted him. Key, if Arsenal bottle it, will Arteta overtake Messi as Pep's best ever signing? Do Chelsea have any more hotels to sell to themselves? No, they don't. They're really struggling. They're really struggling. To put it into context, I think I'm right in saying, don't quote me on the exact figure, but someone said that in the duration that Blueco have owned Chelsea, something like in the last 6 years, they have averaged losses of something around, I think it's 300 or 430,000 pounds a day, every day. That's the amount of losses they have accumulated. It's that steep. It's something stupid like that. I like that term, Chelsea in a quagmire. Giggity. Giggity, giggity, giggity goo. Here's a difficult challenge for you, Key. All-time Premier League 11, but only one player per club and nation. So, for example, Lampard would tick off England, West Ham, Chelsea and City. Oh, where's me book? Here we go, let's do it. That's a cracking... I like that challenge. Here we go. All-time Premier League 11, but only one player per club and nation. Right. Okay. So what we're chiefly looking for here is one club men, aren't we? So if we can nail it down, I would go Chelsea's best ever that isn't from a top nation. So, for example, and basically only played for Chelsea. That kind of an approach, that's what we're going for. So, I'm going to say, for City, we're going to say Haaland. We're going to say Haaland because that makes sense because he's a cracking goal scorer. It gets City out the equation and he's Norwegian. That just means we don't get like Solskjaer and Riise. I'm fine with that. So, Haaland at centre forward. Any other like all-timer players that I would want to include that's from some rogue nations that we're not touching the top teams. Kalou. Drogba, Gerrard, you pick Gerrard, then that's Liverpool and England all gone. And I think I'm probably inclined to pick Gerrard. Yeah, probably am, to be honest. I think I'd probably go Gerrard. Could go Aguero over Haaland. You could. There's not too many Argentinians, is there really, in the Prem? I think you'd have to maybe say Man United. You'd have to say Ronaldo, wouldn't you? No Portuguese player better than Ronaldo. So I'd go Ronaldo. I'm going to go 4-4-2-ish. I'm going to go Ronaldo, Haaland, and that gets rid of United, it gets rid of City, it gets rid of Liverpool, and it gets rid of Norway, Portugal and England. So there you go. I'm picking it that way. Goalkeepers wise, Doku. Oh, just over the bar. Goalkeepers wise, David Seaman, Cech, Schmeichel. Lots of players. I'm just thinking like the best ever goalkeepers that we could maybe make a case for. Shay Given, Nigel Martin. Shay Given's played for everyone. He's also played for City, so we can't even have him. It's a tough one, that now. Best goalkeepers is going to be really difficult now. Really, really difficult. That's the one, Jabber. That's it. 692,000 per day. That's the one I was going for. I'll be nice and give you an easy right back, Seamus Coleman. Yeah, Seamus Coleman probably is the best right back. You're right. Coleman. So that is Everton gone, Chelsea. No, City. Sorry, Everton, City, Liverpool, and United. I now need an Arsenal only player, don't I? Arsenal only player from a different country. Kolo Toure. No, played for City, played for Liverpool. Silly. What are you doing, Key? Oh, this is tough, man. Henry. Yeah. Henry. Only played for Arsenal and France. Yeah, I'm having it. Haaland and Henry. Have a bit of that then. Arsenal's gone and France is gone. Right, perfect. Like it. Bournemouth 1-0, yes. UC Jaskalainen. He played for everyone though, didn't he? Don't think you can have UC Jaskalainen. Aurelio Gomez. Switched over to the other side. Unlucky. Have we had Chelsea yet? We've not, have we? Oh, I can't even have Czech. Do you know who I'm going to have? And I know he played for Chelsea and that kind of screws me a little bit. But I'm going to go Mark Schwarzer. I think Mark Schwarzer might be the best. Modric for Spurs is an absolute gimme, isn't it? I'm going to go Schwarzer. Yeah. And that gets rid of Chelsea, Leicester, Borough, Spurs. Looking good though, that. Already looking very good. Richard Stannard, Rogue, shout for Craig Gordon in goal on his day. Amazing. He was very good. Very, very good. TalkSport are saying that both Tottenham and Aston Villa have made moves for Curtis Jones with 1 year left on his contract at Liverpool. Be astonished by that. Courtois instead. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It is Courtois. Of course it is. Yeah, it's Courtois. Foolish. Courtois, Coleman. Oh, yeah. Now I can be a bit more picky, can't I? I can have a Leicester centre-back. I could have... Oh, I could have Wes Morgan. Yapstam. No, Courtois. I'm going to go Courtois. You could have had Bale. Oh, yeah. I'm getting rid of Modric and I'm having Bale. I'm getting rid of Modric and I'm having Bale. Job done. Bale on the left, Ronaldo on the right. That's it. That's it. Bale on the left, Ronaldo on the right, Gerrard and someone through the middle. Haaland and Henry up front. That's it. This is getting easy, this. This is dead easy. Dead easy. It is still quite tough, don't get me wrong, but Courtois, Coleman, I've got Bale, Gerrard, Ronaldo, Haaland and Henry. Fucking, we're walking it. I don't even need to name the rest. We'll win it. Newcastle. What about a Newcastle player? Newcastle. Nobby Solano. I like Nobby Solano as well. Peruvian. Villa. Newcastle. He'd be alright. Nobby Solano. Could have JJ Okocha, couldn't we? Nah. Come on. Colin Hendry for Blackburn. We need some defenders. We definitely need some defenders. Lamine Yamal has gone off with quite a bad injury, it looks like. It's not good. Have we had Everton? We have had Everton. We've got Coleman. Lucas Radebe, Leeds. Yeah, Lucas Radebe's not a terrible shout. Who have we had that we've not, like Chelsea, City, Liverpool, United, Arsenal, Spurs? We've already kind of worked our way through then. Burnley head it away. City again, just starting to come under a bit more pressure. Now City on the counter-attack. They've got a bit of an overload here. 5-on-4 if they make it work. Cherky down a blind alley there. Needs to do better. Excuse me. Tunchai, Ivan Campo, Cambiasso, Janino from Borough, Van Hecker. A lot of really good players, isn't there? Oh, I can't really settle on one. Wes Morgan and Lucas Radebe at centre-back? I can totally sell that. It's a bit underwhelming when you've then got Gerrard, Ronaldo, Bale, Haaland and Henry in front of him. George Elokobi at left back for Wolves. Key missing an amazing shout in midfield. Bruno G. Nah, Bruno G's not getting in there. Nah, I can't. Move Gareth Bale to left back. Frees up another attacking option. You can't have Gareth Bale in your all time and put him at left back. You can't do it. I just can't bring myself to do it. So that's. It feels like just a waste. City in the area, if he can get through, big chance this. God, why are you messing around with it? Is that Cherky again? Oh, he does too much, him. He does too much. Far too much. Silly. Absolutely silly. Bournemouth 1, Leeds 1. Silly, silly, silly. Woodgate centre-back. No, because he played for Tottenham. Had to go for a bit. What's the team now? The team is Courtois, Coleman, Bale, Gerrard, Ronaldo, Haaland and Henry. And we've not breached so far, but I've only got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need another 4. I need basically 3 defenders and a centre mid. How's it going, Mick? Lovely to see you, mate. I've got me Englishman. I could do with a Scotsman in there. I think Colin Hendry is increasingly looking like a very good shout. You can't win a league title without a Scotsman. Just refuse to. Do you know who was underrated? Do you know who was really, really underrated? And I think I might include him here. Because I don't think we've got anyone else. George Boateng. Remember George Boateng? Played for Villa and Borough. Just what a player he was, by the way. What a player George Boateng was. And if you put him in midfield doing the dirty work for Gerrard with Bale and Ronaldo ahead of him, George Boateng, he's my pick. He's my pick. Karen Burr was good. Two guy. I feel like we're wasting. I might be wasting a pick there with that. Yeah, I can't do that. I might put two guy in midfield. Fuck it. I'm going two guy. Two guy in midfield with Gerrard. Far post, City. Oh, off the line. Good save. Big save. Savinio, far post. Tiote was better. John McGinn. Oh, John McGinn. That's it. It is John McGinn. It's John McGinn. You've sold me on it. John McGinn. There you go. John McGinn. Bale, McGinn, Gerrard, Ronaldo. I'm done. I'm absolutely done. Totally and utterly ignored. Yeah, it's McGinn and Gerrard. That's the midfield. That's the real quiz. That's the real quiz. Gerrard and McGinn, Bale and Ronaldo, Haaland and Henry. I've got Coleman at the back so far, and I've now got room for a Dutchman. Dutch defenders. City with a strike, just wide. 20 to go. 20 to go. We've got a Scotsman. We've got an Irishman. We've not yet got a Northern Irishman. I wonder if we could maybe looking at squeezing Johnny Evans in there. But no, we've already got a United player. Centre-backs. Centre-backs. Give me some centre-backs. It's going to have to be Lucas Radeby, innit, at this point. Genuinely can't think of any others. Dabby's ass, Botman, Dan Ballard, Mick92. What are we doing, Keelad? So it's a really tricky quiz, or rather a challenge that that Timbo has set me, which is pick a player, pick an 11, an all-time Premier League 11, but it's got to include. You can only have one player per club and per country. So in other words, if I was to pick Nicolas Anelka, I can't have another Frenchman. I can't have anyone from City, Man United, City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal. So Anelka would be a terrible pick. So I've gone Haaland, because then that gets rid of City and Norway. I've picked Henry, because that gets rid of Arsenal and France. I've picked Ronaldo, because that gets rid of Man United and Portugal. I've got Gerrard, which gets rid of England and Liverpool. McGinn, which gets rid of Scotland and Villa. Bale, which gets rid of Southampton, Tottenham and Wales. Courtois, which gets rid of Chelsea and Belgium. Seamus Coleman, which gets rid of Everton and Ireland. That's where I'm up to at the minute. I'm now rooting around for... I basically need a right back and two centre-backs. Hyson. Dean Hyson. You can't have Stam. No, I've already got Ronaldo. So I can't have Stam. But Ronaldo's not a bad shout. Sorry, Hyson's not a bad shout. Yeah, Dean Hyson could be a winner. I'm open to that. Dean Hyson. Lucas Radaby. There you go. Lucas Radaby, Hyson, and I now need a right back. Sorry, a left back. A left back. Apologies. A left back. Mikalenko. What clubs have I got available? Newcastle. A Newcastle left back who is neither Norwegian, French, Portuguese, English, Scottish, Welsh, South African, Spanish, Irish, or Belgian. If only Livramento had stuck to his heritage. And we could have maybe claimed Italy. That would have been a great shout. Oh, come on. Nice work, the culture. Let's go for it, lad. Anthony Robinson at foot. No, I can't have Anthony Robinson because he played for Everton. Chris Brunt, best left back in the Prem for a bit. Yeah, but he was left back, wasn't he? Sorry, he was left mid, Lucas. No, Chris Brunt, left mid. A left back. Best left backs. The greatest Premier League left backs of all time. Arthur Masuaku, you off your head? Someone's actually put that down. The greatest left backs in Premier League history. They're all going to be ones we've not got. Or they're all going to be ones we've got. Leighton Baines would have been a great one. Ian Hart. Can't have Coleman and Ian Hart. I need 19-year-old Junior Krupi now has 11 Premier League goals this season. Incredible talent. Yeah, most goals of any player at 18. Keys resorted to cheating with Google. I haven't. I'm looking. Well, no, I have, haven't I? Because I've searched for top left backs. I hadn't cheated before that though. But it's so difficult. We'll be here all night. Left backs who are neither Belgian, Irish, Spanish, South African, French, Portuguese, Norwegian or English and haven't played for basically any clubs in the Prem. Per Franson at Bolton. I think we're struggling at this point, aren't we? Put Bale left back and go Nobby Solano. Do you know what? You've convinced me. I don't know what it is, but you've just convinced me right there. Bale's going left back and Nobby Solano's tucking in. Yeah, Newcastle and Villa. There you go. Bale left back, Nobby Solano. In he goes. Nobby Solano. Job done there. Job done, Timbo. We're done. We've boxed it. I've finished. Chris Bird left back, yeah. Northern Ireland's finest. Chris Bird. Christian Fuchs. Christian Fuchs is a good player, yeah. Austrian as well. Leicester, champion winner. That's, again, not a terrible shout. Is he better than Nobby Solano and Bale at left back? I think he is, isn't he? Yeah, I'm taking Nobby. You going, mate? Nobby's out. Bale's back in. This is how indecisive I am. Indecisive Dave. Fuchs is going left back. There you go. Sorted. That's my team. Timbo, it's done. That is my... I'm going to put it in the chat now. That is my team. I defy anyone to beat it. And if anyone tells me I've broken the rules by including... multiple nationalities or, that player went on loan there for a little while, then I'm sorry, we're going to fall out. Bale, Gerrard, McGinn, Ronaldo, Haaland, Henry. There you go. And I'm not doing a subs bench. You've broke the rules, key lad. It's not happening. That's it. You're done. We need a manager. A manager. Someone who's only managed one side. George Burley. George Burley at Ipswich. He had a fantastic time at Ipswich. Oh, but he's Scottish. We can't have him. City corner. McGinn and Solano played for Villa. Yeah, I've took him out anyway. The players at the back of the bus actually started a chant, "We want our Mars bars." Wenger just smiled and ignored them. I was just reading a funny story on the early Wenger days. On the team bus to his first game at Blackburn, the players realised their usual pre-match Mars bars had been confiscated. All right. Oh, I didn't even realise we were up to there. There we go. He just smiled and ignored them. When he later asked his physio, Gary Lewin, why the players were so quiet, Lewin told him they're hungry, they haven't had their chocolates. City, edge of the box. Come on, kill this game off. I'm sick of Arsenal fans being on tenterhooks and waiting for an equaliser. If City, honestly, if they throw this away, I'll be livid. Go on, Savinio, stand it up. Ball pulled back, good defending from Burnley. Saltwater, been trying to get Liverpool tickets for 3 years. Is there a way? Honestly, frustratingly, probably touts. That's genuinely the only way you're going to get it, I would imagine. Unless you go to like a game that, not many people are that bothered about going about. You sometimes have to start at the bottom of the ladder and work your way up a little bit. Like, I remember going to games like Slovan Liberec and FC Hacker, and a little bit later on was going to games like Gomel and Rabotniki, and loads of really random games, even homes and away, going across Europe watching Liverpool. Not necessarily places you'd want to go and watch, teams you'd want to go and watch. City, oh, great clearance by Burnley. Jesse Marsh, the chat now, the stuff key. They do know the stuff, absolutely. They called me out immediately on it, didn't they? Nobby's out, Callum McCarran. Cherky, ball put back, Haaland over the bar, not good enough. Pep Guardiola looking increasingly frustrated on the touchline. Ask a local Evertonian for the ticket at Anfield. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Honestly, ask an Evertonian. Evertonians have probably got a better chance of getting you a ticket at Anfield than most Liverpudlians do, unfortunately. Dead man's boots. Sean Dyche, then we can key and bring another gaffer in before the end of the stream. I'm trying to think of like some random... Christian Gross on these Spurs. Who's a manager who's neither Norwegian, French, Portuguese, English, Scottish, Welsh, Austrian, South African, Spanish, Irish, or Belgian? A Dutch manager who didn't manage any of them. Philip Cocu, Ronald de Boer, Frank de Boer it was, wasn't it? Frank de Boer who managed Palace. Frank de Boer. We'll have Frank de Boer. Mick, I actually got my mates 2 tickets to one of your games a couple of years ago. Honestly, it doesn't surprise me, Mick. Doesn't surprise me. I know loads of Evertonians who are season ticket holders at Anfield. Loads is probably an exaggeration, but I know more than I should know, put it that way. There shouldn't be Evertonians who've got season tickets at Anfield, but it does happen. I went to England versus Argentina friendly at the old Wembley. Best atmosphere I've been at. England v Argentina friendly at the old Wembley. I don't remember us playing them there. I remember us playing them at Pride Park, and I very nearly went to that game. Michael Owen scored. I'm sure it was at Pride Park. Yeah, England v Argentina friendly at Pride Park. Michael Owen scored. I'm sure it was at Pride Park. I've not been to many England games, to be honest. Frank de Boer. This match is de Boer at the moment. No kidding. Yeah, it's been an absolutely dour game for the last... let's be honest, the second half's been god-awful. The first 20 minutes, we had a goal, we had a hit the post, Burnley had chances, City had chances. It's just kind of fell through since then. Old Wembley was nice, but I missed the Millennium Stadium. Millennium Stadium was fantastic. I remember me and my dad going and watching. We watched a couple of games at Millennium Stadium, but the standout one, even though it was only a Charity Shield game, but it was Shevchenko's first game for Chelsea, and he scored. Crouch scored the winner right in front of us. Risa scored after about 30 seconds. We went to the Millennium Stadium, me and my dad, in 2006, I think it was. Yeah, really, really lovely stadium. Great place to watch football, the Millennium Stadium. Gogsy says, where'd you get the retro tops from, mate? Just picked them up over the years. Honestly, they're all very old. The vast majority of them. I picked a couple of them up on like Vinted and stuff like that. But yeah, I wouldn't say I'm even necessarily like a collector. But I like my shirts. I like my footy shirts. I'm trying to get hold of some for the World Cup. I want to change the full background so it's like all, World Cup shirts for this year's tournament. Maybe not necessarily this year's shirts, but trying to get some like retro ones. Don't know where I'd be able to get a retro Haiti shirt from. Retro Curaçao kit. The Curaçao kit from 2014 or whatever. Mr. Arsenal fan, how's it going, sir? Good to see you. Really like Villa's ground as well for some reason. Villa Park's great. Yeah. Koeman. Millennium's elite. Welshring says, during a pre-season friendly, Ian Wright managed to smuggle in sweets and hide them under his pillow. When his lights were out, he was about to pop one in his mouth and then heard Bergkamp saying, Ian. Surprised Bergkamp made it to the pre-season friendly. He used to drive, didn't he? Everyone else used to get the... I always thought that was fascinating about the non-flying Dutchman, Dennis Bergkamp. It just kind of added to the intrigue about the guy. Not only was a wonderful footballer, but he was terrified of flying. And whenever Arsenal played away in Europe, Dennis Bergkamp would leave like 2 days before and drive and then get the boat over, the ferry over, usually like the maybe Hull to Zeebrugge ferry or something like that, and then drive across Europe to wherever it was. He would never get a flight. And that was always, I just always thought that was fascinating. Such a sleek player, Dennis Bergkamp. Yeah, love it. Fabulous player. You can take that horrible green one down in the corner. Here's Doku into Haaland. Excellent defending again by Esteve. I think he's probably been the man of the match today, you know. Oh, and Burnley give it away. So cheap from Florentino Luis. Just come on the pitch. He's had a good season at Burnley, but for the amount of money paid, he's just not been worth it, really. Oh, good tackle from Savinio. It's going to be a corner kick. Wright tried to lie, saying it was nothing, but Bergkamp got up, walked over, and simply took the sweets away from him. Injury chaos in the Camp Nou, yes. Yamal's got Bournemouth have scored. Bournemouth with a late goal against Leeds. Who scored it? Chris Kamara. Ryan. What a signing that young man's been. Ryan and Krupi next year. How much do you think you'd have to pay to prize them away from Bournemouth? Krupi and Ryan. Big money, I bet. Sarah, I hate flying too. No, I'm not a massive flying fan either. I don't love it, but I can do it. I can manage it, kind of thing. Don't enjoy it, though. My missus is the opposite. She quite likes it. Like, she'll go through the airport and, like, all excited and all jolly and everything. Oh, just wide from Nico. One of my favourite Liverpool kits, very rare, 1990 grey candy kit. We tried to replicate that, didn't we? That was the one that we won at Old Trafford in the 4-1. We kind of tried to replicate that then. But yeah, it's a very nice kit, that one. John Madden wouldn't fly either. He'd take buses and trains to games, even when he was commentating. It's a lot of long travel on the ground. John Madden. Ahmed says, hey, by the way, Key, I think I noticed a mistake in your lineup. Why? What's the mistake? Let me have a look. By the way, if you've not already, and just while we're waiting for the game to get back underway, we've got a little lull in play at the minute. If you've not already, do me a favour, hit like on the video. Make sure you've subscribed if you're new around here. We're live every single day. And we are live tomorrow for a big League 2 game, Salford against Bromley. Table doesn't lie in that one. The title is on the line for Bromley, and Salford very much need to get playoffs confirmed still. Chesterfield are chasing Salford down, so they need to get a result tomorrow against Bromley, against the league leaders. Carl Robinson's Salford. And then, yeah, Friday we're back to the Premier League with Sunderland against Forest. Big game at the bottom end of the table. And we were talking earlier about Regis Lebris. Rumours today that Regis Lebris is being... Apparently, I mean, it's quite a credible source, but apparently Sunderland are in discussions to potentially move him on at the end of the season if Sunderland don't qualify for Europe, which is astonishing, isn't it? Absolutely astonishing. Gav says we've been linked to Senesi from Bournemouth Keys, one of our top targets. Senesi's been maybe the best defender in the league this season at carrying the ball out and passing, sort of breaking the lines. He's brilliant at that. He's the closest thing we've got in the Premier League at the moment to like old school John Stones. Very, very good at carrying the ball out and playing through the midfield. Not sure about him defensively, but on a free, he's a free transfer this summer. Bargain. Yeah, apparently Spurs are talking to him, obviously if they stay up. Chelsea, it wouldn't be a surprise if they went and got him. There was rumours about Barcelona speaking to Senesi as well. Mick92, I'm off key, see you lad. No worries man, see you soon. Matic was great. Matic was brilliant at that. Matic was brilliant. Bournemouth win will do for me. Forest take all 3 points on Friday and we go above Leeds. Here's City in the area. Edge of the box, must be. Good block again. Haaland. Oh, Dubravka. Big save. 90 seconds plus added time at the end of this one. And it's just such an end-to-end game. City are desperately trying to get that second goal. And I've just got a horrible sinking feeling in my stomach that there's going to be a twist in the tail at the end of this one. Could Burnley go up the other end, get a set piece, and make it 1-1, and then the title is just back into chaos again? That's the nightmare for Pep Guardiola. That's why he's been so angry on the touchline tonight, that they're 1-0 up, but they've not killed the game off. There's been so many chances City have had to go and kill the game off. They've missed every single one. And Burnley, as much as you wouldn't maybe think, oh yeah, they're definitely going to do it, as long as it's only 1-0, they've still got a chance. City in the area. Still pushing. Haaland, heavy touch, gets a bit lucky. Take it easy, Sarah. Yep, see you soon, lovely. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you coming in. Here's Cherky. What a ball. Must be. Oh, and a dreadful miss at the back stick from young Nico O'Reilly. Player of the season for me. Genuinely could be player of the season, especially if City win the league. I think he's a shoo-in for young player of the year. But that's an absolutely dreadful miss. Oh, it's a dreadful miss from Nico O'Reilly. He's got to put that away there. How many minutes, ref? How many minutes have we got left at the end of this one? Burnley over the top. Four added minutes for City to... Is it City hanging on? Is it City hanging on? I think they'd take 1-0 now. They'd snatch your hand off. I mean, to be honest, I think Arsenal would. How likely is it, by the way, that the Premier League is decided on goal difference? Is this not a game that Arsenal would have looked at and gone, hey, there's every chance maybe City put 5 or 6 past these and really go and, cement a sort of a lead in the title race? It's not quite happened, has it? For Manchester City now, they are plus, what is it? They go above, they're first in the table. City are top now, but they are plus 37, right? Which is the exact same as what Arsenal are on. They're both on plus 37. Bournemouth are now 3-1 up. Here's City in the area. Cherky! Oh, big block again. Massive block from Florentino Luis, who's just come on. 3 minutes left at the end of this one. Cherky's had a great game. He's been a difference maker, but he's just not been as clinical as you'd want him to be. If Burnley score, Pep will tear his own face off. Counter debate, I have to admit, I'd love to see a goal by Walker. Yeah, equal goal difference, Tony. This is it. Equal goal difference at the top of the Premier League, and it might well be decided on that. 5 games left to go. Arsenal play twice before City play again. They've got to play Newcastle this weekend. We'll be live for that on Saturday, 5:30. I think Newcastle might get a point, Savinho plays it short. 2 minutes left to go. They're just trying to close the game out here, City. Don't need to go and get a second. Cherky, striking away, and it's a throw-in for City. Ahmed Strasbourg losing 2-0 in the French Cup semi-final. I hope Chelsea aren't next on Sunday. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's not ideal preparation for either Chelsea or Leeds going into the FA Cup semi-final this weekend, is it? Brighton have battered Chelsea, and now Bournemouth have battered Leeds. So both will be on a bit of a downer going into that one. I mean, admittedly, I think Chelsea will be slightly more on a downer. City in the area. Cherky, what a run that is. Oh, again, Burnley just scrap it away. And on the counter-attack now. We're not getting a point key, I promise. Oh, I don't like Donnarumma. Every time the ball gets to Donnarumma's feet, I'm just panicking. Just keep thinking of that Havertz chance. Haaland's in. Haaland's in. Oh, Dubravka. Fantastic composure from the keeper. 60 seconds left here for Burnley. 60 seconds. No more. No more. This is it. This is their final chance. They've got to get the ball up the pitch. Arsenal fans will be pleading with them for one big last chance, and it's a free kick to Burnley. This is where Dubravka can maybe pump it long. They've got nothing left to lose. They need a point to stay in the Premier League. They've got 30 seconds to get a goal, otherwise they're in the Championship next year, confirmed, mathematically. Ball played long, Burnley flick on. Out wide, massive chance to get it in the area. Burnley play it in. City just about clear it away. It's back in the area again. City, head tennis. They've still not cleared it away. Burnley far post. Got to get the ball in. It's going to be a corner kick. Oh my goodness me. It's going to be a corner. Pep Guardiola's like this. He's tearing his hair out. The goalkeeper's forward. Dubravka's forward. This is the last kick of the game. Arsenal fans, lock in. He's here. Dubravka's here. Oh, I've got this horrible feeling. I've got this horrible feeling he's going to do something. Come on. Last chance. It's literally last kick of the game. Burnley are down. They don't even need this goal. Headed away by City. Defended, and that should be it, ref. Blow it up. Blow it up. Get it away. There you go. Pep Guardiola gives a big pump of the fist. It's full time. That is what we needed to see. A big pump of the fist there. City are 1-0 winners at Turf Moor. Fucking hell. Wow. What an end to this game. Wow. Okay. Right. Burnley are relegated. Sad to see Burnley go down. Again, they're a bit of a yo-yo club, aren't they? It's a shame to see Burnley go down, but I've absolutely no doubt that they'll be back again. It's Burnley. We know they'll be back again. If there's one thing Burnley fans know, is they'll probably be back end of next season. They're just always up and down. That's Burnley. It'd be lovely if we saw them in the Prem for a concerted period of time, but Manchester City now top of the Premier League. Goal difference is plus 37, the exact same as Arsenal, but they are on top on goals scored. So both have scored. City have scored 66. Arsenal have scored 63. But they have both got plus 37 goal difference. So City top on goals scored. Top of the league. Arsenal just starting to panic, you'd have to say. Gav says, who have Liverpool got this weekend, Key? We've got Crystal Palace at 3 o'clock on Saturday. I'm going to be live for that. And then I'm going to be live straight after it for Arsenal against Newcastle. Should be a really good weekend of football. But as you know, we've still got loads of footy before then. We've still got loads of footy to come. Tomorrow we're going to be doing League 2. A little bit of a different game. EFL League 2. Top of the table, Bromley. Waiting to secure the League 2 title. They're chasing. They've got to go to Salford tomorrow. Salford really need to get something to keep Chesterfield off their back. So it's a big game for both teams. Bromley could maybe secure the title. Salford needs something to secure the playoffs to go up to League 1. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for Salford and Bromley. Friday we're going to be doing Sunderland against Forest, and then Saturday we're back to Premier League footy. Sunday Chelsea and Leeds FA Cup final, and Sunday night a bit of Serie A football. AC Milan v Juventus. As you know, we're live every day. If you're new around here, make sure you've liked, make sure you've subscribed. Thank you everyone for watching. I will see you all tomorrow. Take it easy. Have a nice night. Ta-ra.